Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And the real president, Jill, Dr. Nurse Biden, it was absolutely exploded at the staff that allowed Biden to actually have a press conference after that damning report that came out about him. And of course, his mental capacities, him not being able to remember anything. And of course, early onsets of dementia, which we have all have noticed with this dude all the way back in 2020 and before that, right? This dude was being ran as a potato, right? He was being ran as a potato. They were using Jill Biden to continue to have this facade where she was photographed doing duties of the president, right? This is what they do, right? This is how the Democrats operate, and they were going to run Biden whether or not he was even going to be alive long enough to serve his entire term. They just needed a vessel in order to continue on an Obama term. They needed someone to sit there that would be that puppet, that meat puppet they needed. They needed that potato, and they got it through Biden. And now Jill Biden is lashing out at staffers who sat there and paraded Biden to go out in a press conference right after that report to prove that he wasn't mentally deficient. And what it proved was that he was mentally deficient. So before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. Allow me to share some info with you. Hopefully you can share it with your friends and family. Smash that like button, 1,500 likes. If you like the content, you like the video, you like the channel, you can smash that super thanks. You can smash that join button. All of it helps out the channel. So thank you so much for the continued support. So let's go ahead and dive into what we have here. Coming to us from the Post Millennial. It says, First Lady scolded Biden and staff for not stopping a fumbled 2022 press conference, right? The revelations come right after the press conference on Thursday evening in which he has several mental errors, right? The upcoming book by the New York Times writer Katie Rogers describes the time when First Lady Jill Biden scolded her husband, scolded the president of the U.S., right? President Biden and his aides allowing him to stumble through a long press conference back in 2022. The revelations came after Biden held a press conference on Thursday evening in which he had several mental errors after his mental abilities were brought under high scrutiny. According to an excerpt from the book American Woman obtained by Axios, the incident happened back on January 19th, 2022, when the president held a nearly 2-hour press conference in which he made several mistakes. Rogers wrote, she had watched the news conference and the look on her face told everyone in the room from the president on down that they had some explaining to do. Rogers noted the First Lady demanded to know why didn't anyone stop that. Everyone stayed silent, looking to one another and then at her and back to one another. That included the most powerful man in the world. The excerpt added, her husband essentially played along, not offering an answer, even though aides had slipped him a card suggesting he end the press conference. Where was the person who was going to end the press conference? Jill asked the aides. The recent Thursday conference was hosted in response to the special counsel, right? That president had poor memory and wouldn't be charged for mishandling classified documents because of it, right? Here, Joe Biden is angry at the suggestion that he's not mentally fit. But Joe Biden also thinks Mexico is in the Middle East, right? Several Republican senators and House members have since come out to call for President Biden to be removed under the 25th Amendment. Biden must resign, said Mary Miller, said on a post on X. He could not remember basic facts about his life. He is not competent to remain as commander-in-chief. And every day that he remains, he puts America at risk. If he won't resign, the cabinet must invoke the 25th. And I totally disagree with this, right? I want Biden to be the nominee. I don't think we should, the Democrats should replace him. I don't think the Democrats should sit there and usurp him. I think he should be the candidate. So for Republicans and following to this trap, calling for the 25th Amendment to be invoked or calling for him to be removed, no, we are in the last quarter of this game. We do not want to take him out of this and bring in an energized backup, right, for whoever it might be. We keep him on the ticket. And Republicans should know this at this point. What you should be doing is continuing to hammer him with investigations. But don't take, or you can even take it to impeachment, right? You can impeach him if you want because he's not going to be removed. There's not enough votes in the Senate to remove him. You can impeach him. You do everything you can to continue to damage him. You don't sit there and ask for him to be removed from office at this point in the game. At this point, You got Trump and Biden. You do not want him to be benched in that fourth quarter and possibly have someone come in, be more energized and ready to go, who could potentially shift the field advantage, right? Using football terms, I know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys can follow me on all my social in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.